Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video we're only going to be reading Pink books for 5 days straight. Now I'm not the quickest reader, so there's probably not going to be many books. I'm thinking like 4 in this video. So here's the selection that I picked. We're going to go for My Fault, Believe Me, Meet Me at the Lake, and then obviously Bad Publicity. A few of these I've actually DNF'd in the past but wanted to come back to it. So Meet Me at the Lake, I tried to read last year in January time actually, but I could not get into it because it was just like, it was not the vibe at the time. But I'm feeling like winter depression has taken over me and I need a glimpse of summer immediately in my brain. So we are gonna try and pick this book back up, hopefully get a few more summer spirits back into my system because Lord knows I need it right now. So yeah, we got to page 110 I think last time. So hopefully I can actually get into this. If not, I just feel like maybe the book isn't for me. So we have Bad Publicity, and this has been high on my TBR list ever since I brought it back in October time. So I finally would just want to get into it and just read it because I've heard mixed reviews on it, but maybe this is the book for me. Hopefully I don't shadow. Next we have Believe Me, and this is part of the Shatter Me franchise, and I didn't actually really like the Shatter Me series that much. Please don't hate, but yeah, I just didn't really like it. I feel like the last book, which is Defy Me, that was a really good book. That was actually my favorite in like the whole entire series. I feel like it was perfect and it had a nice rhythm to it. I really liked that, but the other 4 books I was just a bit like, what is this? But maybe I'll reread it. Maybe I was just a little bit younger when I read it and I didn't really understand much to it. But yeah, I'm very excited to read Believe Me because I believe it's actually the last book in the series, because obviously I think we have like 4 novellas. So I believe this is actually the last one, which is kind of sad. I love how I was just like hating on it a second ago, but I'm actually really sad to end this series. And then last I chose is My Fault by Mercedes Ron, and I watched the movies to it a few months ago, and then I literally went out and bought the books a day afterwards because I was like, I need the books for this. I heard there's books out and I went to my local bookshop and I bought it. So also, before anyone says in the comments down below your makeup does not match, I know. I bought this shade of foundation back in like probably like the end of summertime, and I didn't think I would actually get this pale this winter, but I have got very pale. The UK weather is actually beating me up right now. I actually got like chilblains from the weather. So yeah, I understand that this is not my shade match, but there's not really much I can do about that. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna stop waffling. Let's get reading, let's get into it, let's go. Now nearing day 1 of this challenge. I am page 43 of Bad Publicity. I'm actually really liking it so far. I feel like it's a bit of a slower book, so that's why I haven't really read much today. I'm gonna get like an hour or 2 in this evening, just because I want to get a little bit of a head start for tomorrow. It's day 2 of the challenge and I've decided to DNF this book. I don't DNF books very easily, but I'm really not enjoying this book. I think I've given it a fair chance at page 100, and it's just nothing's clicking into place. I don't like the main character, Andy, who is the girl. I feel like she's really selfish, and Jack, who is the man-made character, did something really horrible to her, and she's never like let him explain his side of the story, which I absolutely hate. And also every single time that she calls her best friend, she's literally just complaining to her. Like, I just don't like her. She's not likable. She's very selfish. She's not professional. And I just, no. I just read a book that I'm actually enjoying, and not just read it for the sake of the challenge. This is actually really sad to do because I know that I'm probably just never going to read this now, but I can always just like give it to someone that I know will read it, so that's fine. But we're going to close this book up with no bookmarking, which is very painful. And yeah, I'm just going to DNF it. I might come back to it in like a few months time and just like try reread it, but for now I can't get through this. Just hit the 100-page mark and I am loving it so far. I am going to continue reading now, hopefully for like an hour or so, and then I'll get back to you. I have finally finished my vault, and I have to be quiet, guys, because it's like nearly 5 a.m. in the morning and I stayed up all night reading it. So I will give you my opinions in the morning. I believe it's day 3 of this challenge, and last night I finished My Fault by Mercedes Ron and I loved it start to finish. I think I actually read it in like a day, which is very rare because this is like over 400 pages long as well, so it's not like the most finished book ever, but I loved it. I feel like it was just a really easy, happy book that in some places were a little bit tense, especially towards the end. There was a very tense bit in there, which I knew was coming because I did watch the movie, so it's kind of like I know how this is gonna play out, but it was still like very, very tense. But yeah, I loved it. I love the dynamics between the two characters. I love the way they just tussled and fought. Like, yeah. So yeah, I rated this about 4 out of 5 stars. I would actually really recommend this to people that love the movie as well, even if you're not a reader, because I feel like it has so much more depth into it and you actually know what the characters were thinking in the moment. I feel like the book is actually better than the movies. So yeah, I recommend this to anyone who has ever watched the movies. We are going to be starting Believe Me, and this has actually been high on my TBR list. This is a novella for the Shatter Me series that I read probably about 2 years ago now, which I didn't actually really like the Shatter Me series very much, but I feel like I had to get the novellas to have the complete series, so I've had these sitting on my shelf for a little while now, so I'm finally going to pick this one up. It's very short because it is just a novella, so it should only take me a few hours to read, so let's get reading. We're in the car doing the school run, and I thought I would do a little bit more reading of Believe Me. I'm like halfway through already, guys. This is a very short like novella, so it's not going to take me long to read at all. But yeah, it's really cute so far. I'm actually really loving it. I actually didn't really like the Shatter Me series too much. I feel like it might have been overhyped a little bit, but I'm loving the novellas. I feel like it really adds to the story and things like that. And I believe this is the last one. So I'm very excited to see how this ends, but also very, very sad. So I'm now back home from doing the school run. I fixed myself up a little bit. I was looking rough in the last video, and we have got quite a bit of this read today. I have read 107 pages. The font in The font in these books are actually really big as well, so it's like it's very quick paced, very easy to read. So yeah, we haven't actually got that many pages left, which is so sad, but we're gonna carry on doing a little bit more reading now, probably until like dinner time, and then I should be finished before like 8 this evening. So yeah. I read a quick bit because it made me chuckle. Warner gets a dog in this book and he names it Dog, and then this lady goes and cleans the dog, right, as a favor for Warner, and on the little like collar thing I decide instead to check his collar. There is a single metal coin hanging from the red strap, and I pinch it between 2 fingers the better to examine it. It reads Dog. He's just so funny. Like, I love him. I literally love him. I feel like he's just a simple man. Just finished Believe Me, and oh my flipping god, it was literally so freaking good. Like, I loved it so much. I feel like it was such a perfect ending to the series. I'm so sad that it's over, but it was so good. I enjoyed every single moment of it. I am going to go to bed now, but I'll give you a proper update in the morning, so I will see you then. It is day 4, and last night I finished Imagine Me, and I loved it so much. I feel like it was such like a perfect ending to like a series and things like that, and we actually saw them get married, which was so flipping cute. Like, the marriage and like the day they got married was literally the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And I rated this, like, I want to say a 3.5 out of 5, which is still quite high on the rating list, but I feel like maybe because it's a short story, we didn't really get much of the 2 main characters, if that makes sense. But other than that, I loved it. I would recommend it to. For the next book, we are going to be reading Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune. I actually started this a little while back, but I really wasn't getting into it, but I feel like maybe it's time to re-pick it up and see if I like it. I got to page 118 last time, but if I'm still not feeling it on this time around, I think I'm just going to DNF it and probably give it to someone else. So yeah, let's get reading Meet Me at the Lake, and this might be our last book in this little video, guys. We are on day 5 of this challenge, the last and final day, and we are still reading Meet Me at the Lake. I actually didn't really get much reading done last night, guys, because I was very tired, and I was kind of just like, I don't want to push myself to read, otherwise I will just stop reading altogether. So yeah, I'm enjoying this book so far. Actually, I think I mentioned that I DNF'd it because I just really was not feeling the book at all, but I feel like I'm actually getting into it this time. I feel like maybe I just really wasn't in the mood to read a summer book, but I feel like now I am. I'm in such a good mood to just read this. I'm in a good spirit, so we're going to carry on reading. Hopefully it still stays at a good level of not boring. But yeah, I'm loving it. Let's carry on reading. And yeah, guys, peep my dead plant in the background. I actually do need to take that out, but I just keep on forgetting, and I'm attached to this plant that I'm too scared to take it, but I just don't think there's any saving it at this point. I think it is just, it's gone. The plant is gone, which I was very sad. The thing is, you're probably wondering why my room is so like out of order at the moment, and that is because I moved out my room probably about 6 months ago. Because one of my siblings were gonna move back into my house temporarily, and all their stuff was basically in this room. Like, this was just like a little storage room for their stuff. So I have not yet got my room back to normal state. It's still very much like a bit crazy in here, so that is why you can see my walls are just a little bit scuffed up in places, and that is because when we were moving stuff in here, we accidentally just hit the walls. But I'm very excited to announce that soon, in the next few months, I'm going to be putting out a video of doing a room renovation. My bookshelf in the background, obviously, you know, they're my pride and joy. I just feel like that's not really how I want my bookshelf anymore. I feel like I want to add things to it, like plants and stuff like that. So I am actually planning on getting a built-in shelf with long shelves instead of them little gaps you see. That instead of cubes, they're going to be like a long strip. So I'm very excited for that video to come out. It's probably not going to come out for another few months. But yeah, I'm excited to get this room back to how I want it. And before I came in this room is actually a living room as well. So we had like, this was like the adult living room, and then we had a kid living room, like a playroom, I guess. So that is why obviously the walls are also green, which was not my color choice. I think it still looks very lovely and I do love it. I do love a green, but I think I'm gonna go for like more of a plain vibe. But yeah, so I just wanted to put that in here just really quickly. If you see anything that looks out of place, that is the reason why. So yeah, let's just carry on reading. I'm going to stop waffling, and I want to get this book done by the end of this today so I can get this video out for you guys today. It's been a few hours since we last spoke, and I am now on page 213 of Meet Me at the Lake, and I'm actually really liking it. When I DNF'd it last time, I just really wasn't getting into it. It was just like boring, slow, whatever to me. But I just feel like it's hitting the spot now. It really is, like, I love it. It's such like a cute story. I am back from my walk, and we're going to carry on with this. I actually could not be out there. It was so freaking cold. With winter times in the UK, way too cold for my liking. I need summer to roll around very, very quickly. But yeah, we've got like under 100 pages of this left now, which I'm so excited for. So let's carry on reading and get it done. That might have been the cutest ending to a book I've ever read in my entire life. Oh my god, I'm literally tearing up over it. But this book was so good. It was so good. Like, I'm so annoyed with myself that I DNF'd it all those months ago, but I'm so glad I finally got around to reading it. It was so cute. It was so cute. This was the cutest book. It was a really cute book. But yeah, I love it. Please read this, guys. Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune. Such a cute book. The ending was French kiss. French kiss? The French kiss. The ending was chef's kiss. I love it. A 4.5 out of 5 stars, only because then months ago obviously I DNF'd it, but I feel like if I didn't DNF it then months ago, it would definitely be a 5 out of 5 because the ending, oh my gosh, the ending was like the most beautiful piece of literature I've ever bloody read. But yeah, it was so cute. That concludes the end of this video. I hope you guys all enjoyed watching it, and I'll see you in the next one. Also, please subscribe.